happy home.
You know, it's the American dream.
The hard work now is here.
See the emotional dedication ceremony that's the result of a new partnership with Habitat for Humanity. Going for gold.
As you get older, it gets you involved.
I'm just having a good time.
Active adults show their competitive and fun-loving spirit at the Golden Sneaker Games. We are inside the action. Hometown legend.
I mean, it's not just a car story, it's a human story. It's a Bear Creek story.
Find out about an Irving man's connection to racing. It's a story with roots in Bear Creek. Plus, how you can celebrate an anniversary of the Mustangs of Las Colinas, now on City Source. Irving will mark Domestic Violence Awareness Month with a special event called Illuminate Irving. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. We will preview that event in a few minutes, but we begin with a follow-up to a story we brought you earlier this year. The city of Irving has a new partnership with Dallas area Habitat for Humanity. Now, we are seeing the result. Robert Sheik was there for the emotional dedication of one of 3 new homes.
Mom, look the beautiful house.
Fighting back tears, Martha Rebo-Yar is celebrating one of the best days of her life.
It's really, really incredible. Wow, amazing. Look, this is my house.
4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and 1 dream come true.
I did it, I can believe it. I think it's a dream, but it's not a dream because all the time I do it like this and it's real.
This is what it's all about. It's about making sure that families have a home to live in and home ownership, something that you know, it's the American dream.
Martha is one of 3 new homeowners on this block in South Irving, thanks to the city's new partnership with Habitat for Humanity.
To be able to do something like this for a family, to see that, it just changes your perspective.
When construction began on these new homes this spring, there was Martha, hammer in hand, doing whatever she could to make her dream a reality.
She's so smart and so committed to getting into this home. It's Martha's blood, sweat, tears, and money going into this home.
To get to this point, Martha also had to complete financial literacy classes to qualify for her mortgage.
Look, the hard work now is here.
Partnering with Dallas area Habitat for Humanity and the multitude of organizations it's affiliated with is a big step as the city looks to create more affordable housing.
Very important to me that you provide a foundation, an opportunity to break the cycle of poverty. You know, Martha's family will now see that hard work, dedication, and understanding what's the have-tos and the want-tos and need-tos to have a successful and stable life.
And as her home is dedicated, Martha shows her appreciation the best way she knows.
She gives the best hugs of anybody I know outside of my wife.
As she shows off her new backyard,
I can play with my grandson over here.
Martha is overcome with emotion.
I love you.
A reminder of just how much this day means to her.
Thank you, Mom, because I know you are not here in person, but I know that you are seeing me. I know that you are in the heaven and you see me, you are still blessing me. Thank you, Mom, for everything. I know that you're proud of me.
Robert Sheik for City Source.
Thanks, Mom.
The November general election will be held on November 5th, and we have some more dates worth noting. The deadline to register to vote is October 7th. Early voting runs October 21st through November 1st. DallasCountyVotes.org has details on specific polling dates, locations, and times. Also, the Irving City Secretary's office can be reached at 972-721-2493. The drive-up tube system for utility bill payments at City Hall will close for good on October 1st. However, there will be a new drop box at that same location. It will be available 24/7. Payments will post the next business day. The tube system is about 50 years old and was requiring frequent, costly repairs, so that's the reason for the change. A reminder that you can always pay your bill online at myirvingbill.org. Most people associate medal ceremonies with the Olympics, but with the Paris Games over, there is another place to find sportsmanship, fun, and medals. It's the 3rd annual Golden Sneaker Games. This year's event attracted more competitors than ever before, and our team covered the action.
Armando!
With medals on the line,
They're on a rampage.
this is Irving's epic competition of the year for older adults.
We look forward to it all year long.
This is the Golden Sneaker Games. First up, it's pickleball.
Here you go. Beautiful.
The main goal of the sneaker games is just to bring all of Irving together, all the seniors, enjoy games, maybe meet new people.
Oh, nice shot.
Normally, I would have probably been home playing with the cats, right? But we get out here and it's all wonderful.
Good one. It doesn't matter how good you are, it's get out there and have fun and meet your neighbors.
But make no mistake,
Oh, bummer Rooney.
they are competitive.
We're winning.
I've been beat by most of it. So it's all good.
2, 1, let's go! Participants take on a 3-mile power walk around Delaware Creek.
It's definitely beautiful. It's just a really nice park that people in Irving can come and enjoy and walk around in.
I was going to try to keep up with the lady that was first, but she was so fast.
Man, keep going. Don't ever stop.
Some of the benefits of walking definitely can reduce stress. I mean, that's the most important thing. It's really easy on the knees.
I enjoy competition against anybody, so it's just fun.
Competitors also come out for cornhole.
We had more women than we had men, but the men were so intense about it.
I try to line up here.
For some, it's a pretty new experience. But they can draw on the strength of seasoned seniors.
Oh man, Carolyn, just a wonderful lady. Yeah, you wouldn't expect it from her, but she's just absolutely athletic.
And I'm not a cornhole person, but with Carolyn, I'm doing awesome. Look at her, she's carrying us.
Anytime that you can have your seniors participate in your community, you have all that experience.
My son-in-law is a champion. I'm gonna send him some pictures. Okay. Look what I did today.
We always want to highlight people's abilities, not inabilities. So that's very important, and then also for them to meet other seniors.
The team at the Heritage Senior Center hopes the Golden Sneaker Games draw attention to programs offered year-round.
Heritage has the best activities, classes. There's so much for seniors here, and we're really lucky to have Heritage.
I've worked pretty much for 40, 50 years, and I didn't really do much on the athletic side. It's just a good community reach out and a lot of fun.
Instead of sitting on your butts at home, we get out here and have a wonderful day.
These people are just trucking along, making it look easy.
So no matter who gets the medals, that motivation to move can make everyone a winner.
Win or lose, you're just here to enjoy it and have fun and get some exercise.
Exercise, enjoy, and be happy.
That was a really fun thing to cover. And organizer David Martinez tells me that he plans to add more competitions and make the Golden Sneaker Games 2 weeks next year. You can see more from the Heritage Senior Center on our playlist at youtube.com/The City of Irving. Many people know someone who is affected by domestic violence, whether it be a family member, friend, or coworker. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the Irving Police Department's Family Advocacy Center is once again working to enlighten people about the issue at a special event called Illuminate Irving. Heather Koval is the police department's Victim Services Manager, and she's here to talk about it. Thanks so much for coming in on the program again.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and we always want to understand more about domestic violence. Who does it impact?
Domestic violence can really impact anybody, from children who are witnessing it happening in their homes to early onset of relationships. Even those early dating relationships, domestic violence can start to present itself, whether that be through possessive or controlling behaviors or even into physical or sexual abuse.
Let's talk about this event, Illuminate Irving. We've talked a lot over the years about this emotional lantern ceremony, and we're showing some video of that right now. Who do you recommend come out to this event?
Illuminate Irving was really designed to be for anyone. We want it to be an event that's appropriate for children. We believe that children need to hear at an early age about healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships, but on up to anyone who has experienced domestic violence or knows someone who has experienced domestic violence. So this event is really appropriate for any age group.
Yeah, and that gets to my next question, because we see a lot of parents bring children out, and I'm guessing that could be a path path to a discussion about healthy relationships. As an expert, when do you recommend parents start talking to their children about that?
I recommend as early as you can begin having that conversation. Children need to know what the elements of a healthy relationship are from the time that they are babies, and observing how people interact with one another, verbally, how we communicate, that affects babies. And so from very early in their stage of development, we need to be showing them how to have healthy relationships and having a conversation about healthy and unhealthy relationships, so they know and are aware when something presents itself in a relationship, this is a risky behavior or this is an unacceptable behavior in a relationship that's healthy.
Yeah, those examples are so important. And domestic violence is sometimes hard to talk about. So what if you see signs in a neighbor, a coworker? People are often reluctant just to get involved. What do you recommend?
It's so hard sometimes to interject yourself into someone else's relationship, but the reality is that a lot of times victims of domestic violence feel very isolated and alone. And so the best thing that you can do as a coworker, a family member, or even as a neighbor is just to let them know, hey, these are the things that I've seen and I'm concerned for you. If there's any way I can help or support you, I'm happy to do that. And then to let them know maybe about resources you're aware of in your community. Things like the Irving Family Advocacy Center or one of our local domestic violence agencies that might be able to assist them further.
And that gets to the resources that are going to be out at Illuminate Irving. We see a lot of booths and tables out there. What resources can the FAC, the Family Advocacy Center, offer?
So the Irving Family Advocacy Center is available to provide crisis intervention services. So we're actually able to meet with that victim right after an incident has occurred, or even as the situation is escalating, to figure out what can this individual do to be and to stay safe, and what kinds of things can they get connected to in their community to help with financial resources or emotional support. We also provide free ongoing counseling services to individuals. So those are some of the main services that the Advocacy Center provides. We also have child protective services staff and detectives who can assist if there's an investigation in the case.
Heather Koval from Irving's Family Advocacy Center, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
And Illuminate Irving is coming up on October 15th at 6:30 p.m. at Millennium Park. That's the site of the big fountain between City Hall and the South Irving Library. Irving's Bear Creek area is full of history. Today, we're sharing a previously untold story of an Irving man described as a hometown legend. Kathy Whiteman shows how Harvey Pipkins raced his way to a place in local history.
H&M Automotive, a mainstay in the Bear Creek community.
Well, this business has been here about 30-something years.
Is the legacy Harvey Lee Pipkins and his late brother Maurice established for their family. The brothers shared a goal to build something they could pass on to their sons.
So it was always his dream, me running the shop, the mechanic, and his son running the forklift.
Harvey and Maurice had a second dream that was just as important to them. It was fueled by pure adrenaline. And it's the stuff of local legend.
I knew about him longer than I knew him, because of the Snuffbox legend. It's a hometown hero story is what it is. He's a legend here. And not just Irving, the whole racing community.
Sergeant Rubalcaba was 14 years old when he first saw Harvey race at Green Valley Raceway.
Harvey made a pass in Snuffbox, and I can just remember the crowd going bananas when Harvey came by. It made an impression,
Snuffbox may have been the team's official car, but when they first started, they raced the family car every weekend. Harvey says he learned a valuable lesson.
But if you tear up the car, you walk all the week. So what I decided to do, last time my brother dropped the valve in the motor and blew it up, I'm not going to have another race car that I drive for the family.
Racing was, and still is, a complete family affair.
We was all raised up into it. Our whole family, that's what we did every weekend. We just lived to go to the races.
David used to go to the track with us every week. When he was, I want to say 5 years old, this tall, he'd be at the track.
David says he's been racing as long as he can remember, or maybe longer.
I think I was in my mom's womb before I was born, and she went down the track with my dad in the car screaming and hollering. That's God's truth. She was pregnant.
The Pipkins family has 1,000 stories, and most of them are success stories.
It was a blue car, blue 56 Ford, and everybody started calling it Blue Goose because we won a lot of races with it. We was racing real good, winning stuff before we even built the snuff box racing thing.
The family is extremely proud that none of the snuff box racing team was ever injured in a race. But David recalls one particular race that could have gone sideways.
I remember one time we went out of town, this place called Tyler. It's called the White House. We was the only black star racing.
Harvey was matched against a well-known drag racer, and he won. Management made them race again, and then a third time, which was not the norm.
Couldn't understand why they was making them race so many times. And my dad, he beat him every time, so the police officer came over and said, boys, y'all don't know what y'all just done. Y'all better load up and get the hell out of here. So they escorted us out of town.
The business and racing team the Pipkins brothers built are still thriving.
We worked so hard, me and my dad on the car, we got everything straight. And I won the championship 2010, 2011, and 2013.
Rubalcaba says it's important to preserve this local history.
I mean, it's not just a car story, it's a human story. It's a Bear Creek story.
A story of family, heritage, and hope. Kathy Whiteman for City Source.
More history now. The city of Irving is celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Mustangs of Las Colinas. You may have already noticed the Mustangs Memories series. People are sharing their stories and memories on social media and at mustangsoflascolinas.com. The 40-day celebration culminates with sunset on the plaza on October 18th at 6 p.m. at the Mustangs of Las Colinas Museum and Visitor Center. It will feature music, hors d'oeuvres, and a special toast on the plaza at sunset. RSVP for that event at mustangsoflascolinas.com. That's a quick look and listen at last year's Music on Main, and the series is coming back. It kicks off on October 5th with the Selena Forever Tribute Band. You will want to know that's a Saturday. Subsequent concerts are on Fridays. The shows are at 7 p.m. in Heritage Park. Attendees are encouraged to bring a blanket or lawn chair. More details at irvingevents.org. And we have more free fall family fun. Irving Parks and Rec will once again transform Trinity View Park into Erie Irving Park. Attendees are encouraged to come out in costume and enjoy carnival games, photo ops, a spooky walkthrough experience called the House of Terror, along with other activities to celebrate this spooky season. Erie Irving Park is Saturday, October 26th from 6 until 10 p.m. at Trinity View Park. Organizers say parking is limited and may reach capacity. Lots will open at 5:30 p.m. Welcome to ICTN's Pets of the Week. Egan from Irving Animal Services is with us, and he got Strudel.
Yeah.
And Strudel has an interesting story.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So Strudel is a 10-month-old Belgian Malinois mix. He actually originally came from another shelter, and he was put on their code red list. Which means he was potentially up for euthanasia. They reached out because we've been pulling some of their puppies. It's a small shelter. We try to help everybody in the DFW Metroplex as much as possible, and we saw Strudel's photo and fell in love with how beautiful he is. And he's not only beautiful, he's also extremely sweet, obviously, and he's also dog friendly. So, and he doesn't seem to mind the cats actually either.
Yeah, very well behaved, maybe a little shy at
Very
first.
shy, yeah. I guess supposedly when he first came to them, he didn't even know how to walk on a leash. And now that's 100%, he's great on a leash. He just takes a little bit time to warm up to new situations, but takes him an ease, just like right now.
And one thing we want to talk about is the foster to adopt program. We brought that up once before when it was brand new, but now you're seeing some success with it.
Oh, absolutely. So our foster to adopt trial program is a 7-day foster where somebody can take home a dog or a cat for the 7-day period and make sure it's a good fit before ultimately signing the adoption contract and adopting that animal. We've seen great success with a lot of our larger breed dogs, puppies. We've had one cat so far, but even that was a great success. So it's been a great program, and people might not know about it right now, but we're hoping to promote it a little bit more and use it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's such a neat way to see how the dog or cat is going to fit in a home, fit with family members, fit with other pets in the home as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if you already own pets. A lot of times you can't bring your cat to the shelter to do a meet and greet with a dog, so you can always make sure that they're a good fit before you ultimately adopt them.
Egan from Irving Animal Services with Strudel. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Of course, thank you.
And you can visit the Animal Care Campus at 4140 Valley View Lane. Also check out the websites you see on the screen for the latest operating hours and to see more adoptable animals. We have a lot coming up for you on the next edition of City Source. The Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is hosting its annual gala. You are seeing the turnout from last year, and this year's theme is called Boots and Bling. We'll show you how people are coming out for that. Also see how people are making a difference at Keep Irving Beautiful's annual Trash Bash. Those stories and much more next time on City Source. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also, find us on YouTube at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Subscribe today so you don't miss anything. And while you're there, hit that like button on the videos you watch and leave us some positive comments. And you can look for updates on events and initiatives across the major social media platforms at the City of Irving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.